Devnarg, Brengar.
Hey guys, welcome back to the exciting adventures of Brengar the Bee and Devnarg the muscly handsome man that always gets the ladies because of his handsomeness.
That's why you're married.
Gosh. Hey, I'm just banking on somebody liking my personality, okay? One day,
There's something under the ground. What is that?
a murder monster.
How do we make it come out?
Murdery. I don't know. Come out, please. Thank you. Anyway, I had like 9,000 things I wanted to talk about. I forgot. No! Don't touch it!
Okay.
It's stupid lore.
Alright. I'll just kill this big guy with my beam of doom and destruction and despair.
I had like 9 things I wanted to talk about last episode and I totally forgot.
9?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You mentioned Mad Max.
Yes, which was awesome.
We have now advertised them twice for free on our channel. You're welcome, Mad Max.
Yeah, trust
Ooh,
me.
there's things to kill.
They will be fine without us. They have made so much money already, which is good because I'm sick of like nonsense bullcrap B-rate movies making tons of money. This was like premium entertainment.
Most are B-rated.
Mm-hmm.
They make way too much.
Also, an excellent movie that I saw recently was... Oh, right. Champions in ORAD. Make sure I get back to Champions in ORAD.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Okay.
I think there was gold. Gold!
Was it?
Gold? Okay, I got the gold.
Good. Now we're super rich.
Yay, money! Wouldn't you run back to go pick up $20 on the street?
You're right, I would. Hey, Brennan, follow me exactly. Whoops.
Was I not supposed to do that?
It was a trap. Which I was not trying to get you killed by. Anyway. So, things. Right. Another excellent movie I saw recently was Ex Machina.
Yes, you've also mentioned that one to me.
Yes. It was very, intelligent and thought-provoking because, like, and I'll try not to spoil anything.
About AI, so, I mean, everybody kind of gets the gist of the AI
Right.
idea and concepts.
Yeah. And so in this movie, that's more lore. On Ex Machina, it's basically just the super smart guy who creates very lifelike AI. And, I mean, he programs everything into her to where she's basically human. And then, like, start wondering, like, when does a computer program become essentially human? When the only difference between us and them is the fact that we're fleshy and they're computer, you know?
Yeah.
And, like...
Where does the change officially occur?
Like, if they really have... Wow. Kinda new. What is this?
I don't know, just think. Got a thing! Woo! Crypt! That we're gonna go destroy.
Yeah. It just kind of made me wonder, like... Let's say that how many ever years down the road, AI is so perfect that they're essentially just humans, just made out of circuits. They can even reproduce or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we might even have a whole new wave of, like, civil rights movements. Ooh, you got a thing.
I did. One thing. Ooh, shiny. Yay. Wow.
Very
A
cool.
lot more intelligence, too.
Yeah.
Which now I know is a good thing. So I want that. But I do have a new skill.
Oh, yeah, you have a passive skill, too.
Passive skill.
Right down bottom left. So these are things that just affect you without
And I haven't had it turned on?
No.
Oops. So Blur, decreased damage taken by 17. You can carry up to 10 charges of Power Hungry. No idea what that even means, so no. Reduce all cooldowns by 20%. Nah. And increase all damage done by 50%, but decrease armor and resistance by 10%. I'll give that a shot for if I find myself like dying repeatedly. Slow time. Kind of nice. I kind of like my diamond skin though.
Yeah. Keeps you alive.
Yeah. Especially now that I just took my armor down. Storm armor?
Storm armor is cool because it just zaps.
I haven't
enemies.
used my circle one yet, I don't think. Maybe I have. Maybe you guys have seen me use it and I just...
Yeah, it'll just randomly zap people around the map. Just saying, oh yeah. And so this is kind of just speculation, and it's probably just an interesting thought more than anything. But like, wouldn't that be crazy if in the future we have like a whole new wave of civil rights movements or AI? You know, like they're people too, and all this stuff. That'd be interesting.
So I am like I can't say I'm a super nerd just because then somebody would always appear who's nerdier than me. But I mean, I'm the guy who watches like The Next Generation.
Oh, Star Trek.
Yes. So there is actually a whole, well, like there's a whole bunch of The Next Generation episodes that are all about Data. And like what he means to society, because he's basically living and operating with humans as though he is a human. In fact, he holds an officer's position.
Right.
And he's the only AI, at least in the known existence, so it's kind of a big deal. And so there's several episodes where they're actually like questioning his rights and stuff like that, and they get into that, where like, where do you define, like what do you define life as? And you know, Star Trek, the Enterprise's whole goal is to find life on other planets and stuff. And they're like, well, Data is just a different form of life, you know? Just because he was created by a human doesn't mean he's any less of a life form. Anything else they've ever found. But yeah, they go through all that, where they have a whole, like, court case where they're basically fighting for Data's right to not be disassembled and researched if he doesn't want. Because basically they're just like, well, you're owned by Starfleet, so therefore, if we want to disassemble you and figure out what makes you tick, then we should be allowed to do that.
Right.
But he's like, but I don't want to be. Like, don't I have any say in the matter? And it's really interesting, because it's like, when do you say that they have their own say, you know? Because right now, we don't want computers to have their own say in everything. You know? We want them just to do what we tell them to do, and we're okay with that. And that's actually important, because, I mean, quite frankly, if Google Chrome started, you know, searching up sites that I don't want it searching all the time, I'd be pretty ticked off, you know what I mean?
Or if you, like, ask it to do a math equation, and it's like, I don't wanna...
Yeah, or even if it's just like you ask it to do a math equation and start singing the ABCs instead, you just assume it's a technical glitch, you know? But what happens when it actually gets to the point where it's sentient instead of just doing something inappropriately? You know what I mean? Where it's actually making decisions. Where it can no longer be considered a technical glitch, but now it's a you know, an actual decision that the program made. You know, and that's where the question comes in. Well, then, what's fair for AI? And actually, it was really interesting in that episode of Star Trek, because they actually...
I hope it's not important.
Anyway, yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting to think about.
I mean, it's one of those things where we don't know if AI will ever come into existence, because I mean, first off, there is still the whether or not there's even a soul in a body debate, which, quite frankly, if there isn't souls, then AI is probably very, very possible, but if there is such thing as a soul, well, then AI might not be possible at all, you know?
Right.
But most people would agree that that's like an unprovable thing, you know? At least for now. I heard her say, enter their torment. I'm like, I'd rather not.
It doesn't sound fun.
Shut up. I can kill every other Spectre but you. Come on.
Not even letting me attack her. Can I please hurt the family?
I'm not concerned about your But you know, like several people, I think even again, somebody's gonna correct me, but I think even Stephen Hawking at one point. I'm getting tons of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think even Stephen Hawking, though, at one point said that AI will be something that exists in 2060.
Right.
Like, and obviously they're all rough estimates. Like, nobody knows exactly when anything will happen, but, you know, it might be possible. Like, he might actually have a point. At the rate we're going, you know. When do we get to the point where it's like, oh yeah, this is totally possible? You know?
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute.
There's more stuff over there. Yeah. And we've been getting so many items. We might as well check it out at least.
Uh-huh. Ooh, shiny.
Especially because of that.
Baby.
You got some good stuff, too.
I did, didn't I?
I did, too. A buckle stand. I'll worry about all my stuff in a minute. We'll do that off screen.
Next time on the demonic adventures of Devnard and Rengar. Don't kill me!